even bring that up in front of my other friend. Like, the whole class was laughing. The whole class was laughing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be discussing my embarrassing period stories. Y'all remember, like, between the era of 2018 and 19, girls were telling their embarrassing period stories, and I always wanted to make those type of videos. And now that I'm older, you know, might as well. I had a period for 10 years now, so I think it's time to like talk about my embarrassing period stories. So the first one, I'm gonna try to make this quick, so I had to go to work soon. But the first story I'm gonna talk about is so this is the very first period story, and this is actually the most embarrassing period stories I'm about to say. I don't care, like, I honestly don't care, like, telling people now, because this happened 9-10 years ago, so I honestly don't care. But this was in 6th grade, and this is gonna sound so freaking stupid, but whatever. So, you know, in 6th grade, I got my period. I wore khaki pants. Keep my uniforms, navy blue or khaki pants. Oh yeah, khaki pants, like the bottoms. So I was wearing khaki pants. Dumb. I don't even know why I thought to wear khaki pants, but hey, I don't even know. So I remember it was in 4th period. In my classroom, we had a bathroom inside. So keep in mind, there was like mainly boys in the classroom, and just me and another girl. We were the only 2 girls in that class, or 3. I think there was 3. I don't know. It was not a lot of girls. Let's just say that. So I remember I had to go to the bathroom. I'm on period. My silly behind was scared to get the pad out of my book bag. Like the boys were even paying attention. I was so embarrassed to get the pad out of my book bag. See what I did? Went to the bathroom. I think I took the pad off. I think I did. Got the tissue. Put it where the you know, the pad's supposed to be. Thought that was gonna be okay. So fast forward 6th period. You know, the teacher is telling us what to do and all that. And the bell rings, go 8th period. So I got up, looked at the chair. Noticed this little stain in the chair. It was not a little stain. It was like, part like that big of a stain. And I'm like, I didn't think in mind that, you know, there may be an accident on my pants. I didn't think of that. So I'm like, oh, okay. The fact I remember this. So it was time to go to 8th period. And, you know, the beginning 8th period, sit down, and then we had a fire drill. So we walking over there, you know, walking outside the school for the fire drill. And didn't think too much of it. And then I'm pretty sure someone saw this thing, because I was wearing, keep in mind, I'm wearing khaki pants, and it was noticeable. So I remember we came back, and my teacher was telling me we're going to do this rotation, like go to different classes, like different history class, because I think there was like 3 or 4 history classes in 6th grade. And then how my middle school was, like 6th grade, they got their own area. Like no 7th and 8th grades go in the 6th grade area. So that's our little area. So that's why it was easy, like, to change classes and stuff. So the first class we went to, and, you know, sitting down, I'm pretty sure someone saw the stain, they didn't tell me, because I know I'm not going crazy. But anyways, the teacher's like, who wants to volunteer, like, to go up and, like, act out something? I don't know. I forgot it. And I raised my hand. Someone else raised my hand. Stood up. We were standing like, okay, the class, like, everyone was sitting right here. And then I'm standing right here. And then someone else is standing right here. But I remember I was standing on the right side. And next thing you know, I hear laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? Oh, no. And then we're going to call this one. I remember who exactly was in this class. So for obvious reason, I'm not going to say whose name, because they might watch this video. Most likely not, but I ain't taking no risk. So there's one girl, we're going to call her Emily. I see her laughing. I'm like, where everybody laughing at? You know? And, so yeah, and I remember people were whispering to each other, right? And the teacher was catching on. And she, when she figured it out, she's like, wait a minute. So she put me to the side, right? Talking about, oh, you have a stain on your pants. The way my heart sings. That's what everyone was laughing at. Okay, everyone was laughing at that. So I'm like, bruh. And then, this one girl, she came up to me. Keep in mind, she was laughing too. But she came up to me to make sure I was okay, I guess you could say. And I remember asking her, can I borrow your jacket? Stick or gonna say no. I'm like, oh, okay. So obviously I had to go to the clinic, and I remember I went to the clinic, right? And, you know, if you knew me in middle school, you know I'm still big, but I was actually bigger than this. So yeah. So I remember like it took them a while to find like a pants that was around my size. We eventually found it. It was a little big, but whatever. And I remember every time, like I used to always see this one girl, and she's always crying, and she's always leaked through her freaking pants. She was a grade ahead of me. Like every time I see this girl, she always crying because she's always looking through her pants. Like, girl, how you? I get rid of middle school, but dang, every single time you're in your period, you're looking through your pants. Dang. But yeah, I remember she was in the clinic too. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I was not the only one that looked through my pants that day. And you know, I came back to the classroom, and yeah, everyone already knew. So yeah, that was embarrassing. And I remember before I left the clinic, they said, "Oh, bring the pants back." Child, I didn't bring those pants back until 8th grade. That's how embarrassed I was. Like the people in the clinic was gonna remember. But yeah, I didn't bring those pants back until I was in 8th grade. So yeah. And I remember in 9th grade, right? It was at lunch. There's one girl and my other friend, right? We were sitting at the, because you could sit in the cafeteria, you could sit in the bistro. So we were sitting at the bistro, right? And I remember she brought up, she's like, "Oh, Victoria, remember you looked through your pants in 8th grade?" This was me. I know she didn't bring that up in front of my other friend. Like, why would you bring that up? That was freaking embarrassing. You gonna bring it like a memory I was trying not to forget. More of the story, if you leak through your pants, someone's gonna remember that to this day. That's all I gotta say. Someone's gonna remember. You think I thought everyone was gonna forget? No, she remembered it, and she thought it was funny to bring that up. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say her name, but she thought that was funny to bring that up. I'm like, bro, why would you bring that up? You know what happened? Okay, fast forward. We're gonna talk about another period story since I'm already on it. So this one happened in 7th grade. It was not bad compared to the 6th grade one, but this happened in 7th grade. I remember we went to lunch. I was on my period, and it was my last day. And I'm like, last day it really ain't nothing. So I chose to wear khaki pants. I had a jacket though. I chose to wear khaki pants, and didn't think too much of it. And then we went to lunch, came back, and like our way go back to the classroom. This one girl, she pulled me aside. She was in my classroom. She was a real one for that. She pulled me aside, told me, "Oh, Victoria, you leaked through your pants," and I'm like, "Bro." So you're telling me I know someone in that cafeteria seen it? I know some people in my classroom seen that stain. Like, if she seen it, I know someone else seen it. Like, come on now. It was kind of noticeable. So thank us I had a jacket this time, and I just rolled the jacket around my waist and stuff. So yeah. And I remember my friends were trying to tickle me, and I was not in the mood because like I just stained my pants. And they were trying to tickle me and jump, and I was not in the mood. Like, stop making me laugh. And when you wear pads, you could feel the TMI, but you could feel the blood and jump. Oh, I remember that. But yeah, that happened in 7th grade. And this is another one I remember. These are the ones I remember. I'm pretty sure I had probably like more, but these are the ones I could remember. So this one happened in high school. This one's not as bad compared to the 6th grade one either. So I remember I was on my period. So basically, like in the summertime, like June, July, my period didn't come. So I'm like, okay. August came. It was very bipolar. It came and it stopped. It was doing that for 2 months, August and September, and it happened in September. So it kind of came back. And then next thing you know, I had a feeling, it was last period thing, it was last period. I had a feeling I stayed in my pants, but my stupid self did not go to the bathroom. So, I just, I was walking around, but like in the classroom to grab something, but I hurried and went back to my seat. And I remember I was staying after school this day. I was in this club called Crop. It's like helps you get into college and all that junk, prepare you for college and stuff. So I remember I was staying at school, and usually when you stay at school, you go to the cafeteria to get some lunch. Well, like, I guess you would say dinner. I don't know. We're basically gonna call it second lunch. Like, you have another lunch. So we went down there. Keep in mind, I had no one to talk to, so I was like by myself. And then these two girls came out of nowhere, and they said, "Oh, can we sit next to you?" And I was like, "Sure." And we was talking, and next thing you know, they brought in a conversation. They're like, "Yeah, do you know you're on your period?" And I'm like, I forgot what I said. It's like, "Yeah, you have a stain." I'm like, Rob. And then lucky, they were so nice. They was walking behind me and junk. And yeah, all the way back to cafeteria, back to the classroom. Yeah, I remember that happened. It was like, keep in mind, my periods being very bipolar, so I didn't know. Like, I like it when it come, but it didn't. But the next month later, it fully came on. Since I missed basically 2 months of a period, that junk was heavy. And I remember it was a pet rally day, so every freaking block, I had to go to the bathroom. That's how heavy it was. So yeah, and I was wearing that pads and tampons. I was wearing tampons. I started wearing tampons in 8th grade because pads, it don't really work. But I work for me. But I wear pads just in case, like if it's heavy, you know, the blood comes. You know. So I don't got to get in detail. But yeah. And the last embarrassing period story I'm gonna talk about, which is actually happened last year. I think it was last year or the year before it happened. I don't know, but it happened. I think it. I no, it was last year. I remember. I remember it was last year because Willy, you know that movie that came out in 2023, the Willy Wonka, and I remember they came out with shoes. So they came out with shoes 2 months later. Yeah, 2 months later. So it was in 2024. Yeah, this happened last year. I would never thought I would have another embarrassing period story at my big age, but here we go. This one was not as bad. No one could top that 6th grade period story because everyone was laughing. But yeah, so this one happened last year, and it was my 4th day. If you know, you know. If you have like your period lasts for 6 days, the 4th day it act like it don't like it's really nothing in the beginning, and next thing you know, psh, you know, you're bleeding a lot. So I don't know why I even did this, but whatever. So I remember I decided I'm gonna wear jeans in the pad to one of my classes. It was my 10 o'clock class, and I didn't think too much. I was sitting normal. I was not sitting, you know, crazy. I was just sitting normal. And this girl, I was acquaintance with whatever, I mispronounced it, right? We was hanging out, and I remember we were going to the cafeteria, like the little cafe, whatever, and we got some food and all that. Didn't take too much of it. My shirt was like, it can cover the stain, like the stain, but I have a big butt, so I don't know if it was gonna work or not. But anyways, my shirt was pulled down though. But this is before I found out I blew through myself. So you know, we ate our food and whatnot, and then I'm like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. You know, after a while, you know, if you wear a pad, you could start feeling it down there, you know. So we went to the bathroom, right? Pulled down my pants, looked at my underwear, noticed the blood went right off the, you know, pad. I'm like, I know you're lying. And I looked at my jeans. I see a stain. I was freaking out. I was holding in. But I was freaking out. I'm like, bro, this could not be happening to me. I haven't spotted myself in how long? Yeah, that happened. So, luckily I had a jacket this time. And I remember, because I remember Shein, they was like partnering with Willy Wonka. So they had like Willy Wonka merch and all that junk. So I had a jacket. Because it was Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was like Valentine's Day-ish, I think. It was Valentine's Day-ish, whatever. So I remember I was wearing my Willy Wonka Converse because it's collab with Journeys. And then my Willy Wonka, it was a brown jacket. I don't have it anymore, but it was like a brown jacket and my jeans and my Willy Wonka socks. Yeah, I was very Willy Wonka out, fully dressed out. But yeah, so I didn't want to tell her, but I ended up telling her anyways because I was embarrassed. Come on now. So I ended up telling her, so obviously I wrapped the jacket around my waist. And the stain, she said, I don't know if I told her to look, but the stain was not that bad, but it was like, if you look at it, yeah, you could kind of tell you blew through your pants, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I had to wear my jacket. Luckily, I was going home after that junk. So yeah. And that was actually my last embarrassing period story. But nothing could ever top that 6th grade one. When I tell you the whole class was laughing, the whole class was laughing. You cannot make that up. That was like a scene out of a freaking movie when the girl bears herself. Yeah. Oh, fake. And I had friends in that class too, and they were laughing too. Fake behind people. But yeah, oh my goodness. So like, if you were in my 6th grade class and you watching this, just like, why were you laughing? Like, come on now. And it was worse, like, we're all female, like, okay, the females were laughing, like, this was a time where people were going through puberty and all that junk. I'm like, okay, whatever. At least this is why I don't wear light colors. This is why you're not supposed to wear light colors, guys. Never wear light colors during period. I think everyone knows that. Always have a jacket. And this is why I wear tampons, because I cannot go back. Like, the last I tried to get go back to pads, you see what happened to me on college campus. I had to stick to my tampons. I'm a tampon girly. There's nothing wrong with wearing pads. for y'all attack me. There's nothing wrong with wearing pads. I wear pads at night though. No, I'm a heavy day at night though, because one time I did that and I stained my freaking sheets. But yeah, I do wear pads sometimes at night, but out on the bed, I can't take those risks. I think these embarrassing pair stores, I cannot take these risks. So yeah, I wear strictly tampons. But yeah, if you're like, I doubt it, but if you're like in middle school or high school watching this video, learn from me, just have a jacket and wear really dark pants. Don't try to be cute. If you got a cute outfit and your period come and you really want to wear that cute outfit, but it's light colored pants, you're going to have to delay the outfit because I'm sorry, you do not want to go through this embarrassing cycle. Like, just don't take the risk. Actually, just don't take the risk. Please don't take the risk. But yeah, I still like, I totally forgot about this period embarrassing story that happened to me in 6th grade. And every once in a while I remember it. It's like every time my period comes, I remember this story. Oh, so freaking embarrassing. But I learned. It's a canon event for every girl. Every girl bleeds through. If it's not in public, it's definitely at home or they stay in the sheets. Every girl goes through it, so don't think you're the only one. Every girl goes through it. Trust me. My sister had an embarrassing period story. She used to always, I won't say always, but she used to always look through it. I guess you could say always. But she used to always do that, like look through it when she was in middle school and jump. My cousin, she was telling me about her embarrassing period story when she got her period. She told me that used to always happen to her. Like, every girl goes through it, so don't think you're the only one that goes through it. But yeah, take it from me. I don't mind telling people this story now because this happened, you know, like I said, 10 plus years ago, so I don't really care, honestly. And I got more stories to tell, but I just want to tell this one because it came out of my mind, and I want to film this before I go to school. Not school. Work. So, yeah, and then I got 10 minutes. I need to hurry up and get ready. But, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more stories, just comment below. Like, what kind of story you want me to tell. And, yeah. Bye.